I'm Dr. Barbara Van Dahlen. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist. I'm also the president and founder of Give an Hour, which is a national nonprofit organization here in the United States. I've had the good fortune of working in the veteran space for about almost a decade, and our organization and my work, we've received great recognition from the White House, from the Department of Defense and Veterans Affairs, and in 2012 I was named to the Time 100 list of the most influential people in the world. Peter is an extremely talented filmmaker. His films do an amazing job of giving us an accurate portrayal of what our veterans deal with when they come home. Fallout is painful and at times brutal. Portrayal of a young man who comes home from war and is trying to deal with the post-traumatic stress that he experiences. Civvy Street, it's humorous, it's clever, and it shows how a regular person, in this case a veteran, who comes home and things don't go quite his way and he becomes homeless. He's able to capture the everyday experience that is so important for us to understand for these men and women who serve their country. I think Peter's real talent is his ability to use his films to tell a story that resonates for so many. He's able to capture the everyday experience, if you will, the common experience of our veterans. These are things that many of our service members face, regardless of what country they're in. And his work does a really unique job of telling these stories from their perspective in a way that is authentic, realistic, at times painful, but extremely powerful. One of the biggest challenges that those of us who work supporting our veterans and military families, one of the biggest challenges that we have is helping folks overcome the stigma that's often associated with seeking and receiving mental health care. This new film, Peter's film, Unload, he captures the challenge, the shame, the guilt, the reluctance, and he does it in a way that allows us to go inside as this veteran faces his own demons, and how the process of therapy allows him to do that. And it's compelling, and you immediately want this young man, this veteran, to find relief for his pain. And we haven't seen a story like this from this perspective, from the veteran's perspective. The way that Peter tells this story of an individual who clearly is suffering, and their resistance, their reluctance, their fight, if you will, to not get help, their fear, their discomfort, it applies to anyone. Yes, this story happens to be about a veteran who must face not only the demons that he is suffering with as a result of war, but also demons that are from really traumas and tragedies that happened earlier in his life. That journey is a journey that people take, whether they're veterans or teachers or firemen, police. This is an every person story, and so by making this film, we can use this to help many, many different groups and to help all of us understand better this process of help and healing. My dad was a veteran during World War II. He lied about his age to join the Navy, and he served in the Pacific. He came back with, we didn't have a name for it when he served, but he came back with what was then called combat stress. And my dad was an amazing man that took care of myself and my 3 older brothers. Soon after my mom developed a very severe mental illness. I have tremendous respect for the men and women who serve our country. They come home with issues that are understandable given what they see and what they do, and it's our job to make sure that we provide the resources and the opportunities so that they can heal and get on with their lives. Stories are incredibly important. They help us understand our experiences. They help us convey those experiences to others. We relate. We see a story, a film, a movie, a short film, a documentary, and we're able to project ourselves into that story. We're able to then reflect on ourselves. It moves us to feel. It moves us to behave differently. It moves us to think differently. Film is an incredibly powerful tool to help raise awareness, tell stories, help people heal.